No, so many people in our state have been clamoring to be tested for COVID-19, and now UW Medicine has opened up a drive-through testing clinic for patients. KOMO's Michelle Esteban joins us live from that site in Northgate. And Michelle, this really speaks to the demand, doesn't it?
It does indeed, Eric. In fact, I just found this out. A very big commercial lab in our state tells me by the end of the week, they hope to do 10,000 test kits a day, but that's nationwide. That doesn't count just here in Washington. It's really difficult to track down these numbers for our state, and we're working on that. Let me get out of the way because this is that drive-through that you're talking about, Eric. You know, we just keep moving the needle, don't we, on our new normal. Not everyone needs to be tested, but even here today, where it's appointments only, people showed up only to be turned away. The sign says, please keep your window rolled up.
At this time, this is not your typical retail drive-through.
It's now part of our new normal, life in a community under attack.
This is a very new beginning.
It comes to this, a UW Medicine drive-through COVID-19 testing site for the first time for its patients here at a Northgate parking lot. Dr. Thomas Hay says it's safe and necessary.
If we don't know who in our community have the disease, it is very difficult to predict and control.
7 million people in our state, 904 tested positive, over 11,000 COVID negative, for a total of 12,486 people tested. And more need to be tested. But for now, at least here, only patients with COVID-19 symptoms will be tested, which include fever, cough, sore throat, and shortness of breath. And they have to have an appointment to be accepted.
We will have to see how it evolves relative to our operations before we can do that.
They've had to turn people away without appointments, some of them disappointed, asking why high-profile athletes have been tested, wondering if it's special treatment. Utah Jazz player Rudy Gobert tested positive 2 days ago after touching reporter microphones. An unnamed Seattle Dragons player diagnosed over the weekend, and an associate staffer of the Sounders tested positive Sunday. Dr. Hay insists it's all based on symptoms and risk factors.
It is not by special status only.
The drive-up clinic hopes to test 50 people a day. Patients who gave us permission to show their testing were done in a couple minutes.
Everybody who wants a test, who should get a test, should be able to get it.
They are testing about 200 kits a day. They hope to double that. Other labs like UW Medicine right now doing 10 times that amount.
If you or someone you know is laid off or loses income because of everything that's going on, the state says it's important to file a claim for unemployment benefits. There's no slam dunk that you'll get approved, but new emergency rules might relieve some of the burden. The state says its Employment Security Department website is being updated almost daily. It links to all state resources and has information about COVID-19 and has everything workers and businesses need to know about the new normal for the unemployment benefit process. What if I'm asked by my medical professional or health official to quarantine, even if I'm not sick? What if my employer goes out of business because of COVID-19? Employment Security's Joy Adams says, take a breath, then apply for benefits.
Take a breath. Unemployment runs on a weekly cycle. If you can't handle it today, take a breath and wait for tomorrow. Just claim by the end of the week, and you should be good.
The state's website explains the process. Read through the web page and follow the steps to file your claim. You'll need to set up a secure state e-services account.
Then your claim is going to be reviewed by our staff. Most people's claims will be what we consider to be clean. They won't have any issues, and we'll be able to get folks set up and get benefit payments out the door as quickly as we can.
The state's job search assistance partner, WorkSource, can help you look for a new job. By the way, anyone can use WorkSource services, but call first if you want to go in person.
And our WorkSource offices have information about improving your resume, about improving your job search skills.
Your benefit eligibility is based on your 12 to 18-month work history, your reason for unemployment, and a claims agent review of your situation. If you're approved, you must file a claim every week.
Quite a stretch around here, hasn't it? Every day now we're seeing things we've never seen before, things we couldn't have even imagined a month ago, unthinkable things. We went around our city today to get a feel for how she's holding up, and the overriding feeling I got was this: we are living in strange times. The beacon of our beautiful city is shut down. When's the last time the ups and downs of our world stopped the ups and downs of our most famous elevator? The hammering man is still hammering, which is comforting, but nobody will get hammered at Kel's Irish Pub on St. Paddy's Day, as unthinkable as that sounds. If the Irish can't drink beer on that day, what chance do the rest of us have? When the classiest joint in town, Canlis, is asking, do you want fries with that at their makeshift drive-thru? You know the world is upside down. And when the line for it winds around the lot and they show up by the hundreds, you know this upside down world understands that we need to hang on to the finer things. Baseball is shut down, which makes this grown man want to cry. But Tom Hanks said there's no crying in baseball.
There's no crying in baseball!
And now Tom Hanks has the coronavirus. You can't make this stuff up. At our world-famous Pike Place market, there's something fishy going on. Sure, the fish are still flying. The gang there is fighting like heck to stay positive.
One for KOMO!
One for KOMO! Yeah!
But their hooting and hollering echoes through the empty hallways and tables now, and you wonder how long any of them can hang on. From the deck of Old Stove Brewing, you can see that the mountains are still beautiful and the water is still blue, but they're packing up the place, closing down, and nobody knows for how long, although they'll sell you a growler to go if you stop by. The Great Wheel has ground to a halt. There is actually parking to be had in places where there is never parking to be had. Everywhere there is an eeriness, a sense that nothing is the same. And through it all, Mount Rainier still stands off in the distance, looking down on a city that is changing at the speed of life. It's as glorious as ever. A reminder to all of us that the greatest of things, whether mountains or cities, change but survive, as glorious as ever.
Normal is not in our game plan.
Patty and Curtis Blue hear the order that is shutting down their restaurant.
What about the little guy?
He just laid off all of his employees for at least 2 weeks, including his cook.
Done this all my life. It's all I know. And now I'm screwed.
Owners we spoke with feel small business is unfairly shouldering the financial burden of the crisis with no relief in sight.
Are we going to have more time to pay our taxes? Are we going to have to go and talk to our landlord to see if we can get rent reduced? Things like that are all we can do, is ask.
Look, nobody's coming, everybody afraid, you know.
The Mediterranean Mix can stay open. It's takeout, but they're going to shut down too. There's nobody around.
I have to survive, and I'm trying to figure it out how.
Automay is asking, FEMA came to Pioneer Square for the Nisqually earthquake. Why not now? The city of Seattle will be offering $10,000 grants for lost income, but only for low-income businesses with less than 5 employees. Planet Java and Mediterranean Mix won't qualify.
They say, we understand your anxiety. Really? Trade me places. Understand it. You don't understand. They don't.
And neither will the Merchants Cafe. Owner Darcy Hansen fights back tears, believing she can abide by social distancing rules, stay under 50 people. But restaurants are not being given the chance.
Would you defy the order?
Yes. My staff is afraid to do it, and they're saying, don't do it, don't do it, you're going to get in trouble. I'm in more trouble not doing it.